Check out those rats, guys. That's Pied Piper Flute there. The damage is crazy, shredding every single thing in sight.
Hello everyone, welcome to my Fire Battle Tank tutorial for 2023. So with that being said, let's get right into it. The equipment, one-handed. The white one I'm using here, absorption adapter. The head mod, supercharged fireball barrage. Number 3, grants 5% supercharge back to you when you use fireball barrage. For the neck, have escalating might. Increases might by 2% for 8 seconds when you hit an enemy with a harmful superpower. For the back, I have accelerated burnout. Ignore that, that's for my regular tanking. For chest, I have penetrating strikes. Your attacks ignore 2% defense and toughness. Legs, I have restorative flashpoint. Gonna get a heal when I use that move flashpoint, which is gonna be in a rotation, the loadout. For the feet, I got Tumbler Master. For the hands, I got max damage. And for the face, I got the might white mod. Gives a 1646 might. For the artifacts, the main artifacts you're going to be using, Scrap of the Soul Cloak, which since it's a supercharged build for fire battle tanking. If you guys saw my previous videos, it's all about supercharge. You get a lot of damage from the supercharges. Not so much a rotation, but mostly from the supercharges. And I will demonstrate that later on. So restores 7% max supercharge after using the supercharge ability. Then we got the quiz there. That's going to also help build up supercharge here. Every time you use Mega Blast, it grants the player 1% supercharge. So every time you use superpower, you're going to get 1% supercharge. And also when you hit your supercharge, you're going to get that refractor beam to proc. And you can see what it does here for the 5k and the 10k there. And the transformation card, that's the artifact you're going to be swapping. It's all about the swapping build. You know, you got to swap a lot to do a lot of damage. And I will demonstrate this later on. So yeah, those are the 3 main artifacts here. So the augments, you know, the might ones, you want to get the might, obviously, all the might ones for the origin and for the adaptive. They're all maxed out. So let me show you guys the allies. Alright, for this is the allies that I have. You could change a combat ally. I have Superman for the freezing breath there for the combat ability there. You could use another one if you have Shazam. Shazam does a lot of damage on AoE. You could use that if you want. And I swap that out with the House of Legend boss if I'm doing bosses. So if I'm doing ads, I use Superman, and if I'm doing bosses, I swap it out for the House of Legend boss because you do a little more damage on a single target. For the support, I'm using the Future X Looter, Exabyte Overdrive, giving some defense, because I want to survive, But you could use Static. Static is really good. If it's a supercharged build, you get a little more critical attacks, But I'm going to be using this one here. Maybe in the future I might start using Static. I gotta test it and see how how much damage I'm doing with it, but I'll see. And for the support ability too, I'm using Don't Weaken with Diana. Every time I break out, I'm gonna buff the group and myself 1.2% might for each player in the group. So that's 1.2% by 8, about 9.6% might, which is really good. I still have a little issue with Diana that I need to fix though. I'll make another video on that coming up soon. They need to fix there's a couple of issues with Diana, and I'll show that in another video. But with that being said, let me continue on here. So for the traits, go to weapons first. One-handed, just 1 skill point. Super speed, speed force, of course. Whatever movement you are, you're gonna get that, super speed movement. And then again, all my innates here, recover power and resistance and stuff. So that's all I need here. That's it, nothing else. Iconic powers, I don't have, well, yes, one skill point in iconic, sorry. We need Sonic Cry. It's going to be very important for the rotation, and we'll see you later on what I do with Sonic Cry. Alright guys, for the stat points, we're gonna spec into focus superpowered, get plus 10% might, 10% power, and 25% power regeneration, which is going to be very good for the build. Since it's a might build, 10% might is going to help out, and also that power regeneration is going to help, you know. We're going to max our critical attack chance, get 20% critical weapon attack chance, also 20% critical ability attack chance. Max out critical attack damage, get an 80% critical ability attack damage, and 80% critical weapon attack damage. Also maximum critical healing chance, since we don't want to do some healing too with our moves. Plus 20% critical healing chance, max of that. And we get the critical healing magnitude, we max of that also. We get 80% critical healing magnitude, yes. We, you know, going to be healing ourselves also as fire. Able to survive. So moving on here, you want to max out might and power. Get as much might and power you could get. If you don't have a lot of skill points, you know, whatever you could get, just put that into might and power. If you have a lot of skill points now and you have extra remaining, you want to spec like this. The remaining skill points drop. Well, I like to get a lot of dominance because, you know, I'd like to get CC'd a lot. So you could either put 200 in dominance if you have a lot, or 100. You could put 100 in dominance, 100 in health, and 100 in restoration if you have a lot of skill points. Instead of putting 200 in dominance, you put 100 here in health if you have a lot like me, around 786 or 800 or whatever. Yeah, like balance it, you know, 100 100 100. But this is how I spec for the moment, you know. I think I might respec. I'll see how it works. But yeah, so that's it there for the stat points, guys. Moving on to the next thing. Let's go to the loadouts. So immolation going to be a shield. That's why I mean shield there. Give you a shield. You're going to activate that PI burning. Sonic Cry going to be here for stunning the odds and also do some damage. Flashpoint used to also be there for CC nods also, and also do some good damage. Engulf going to be your range pull, does some damage, also puts burning on the enemies, which is going to activate that PI, which is going to be very good for the build. And Backdraft, do some damage also heals you. And when you put enemies on burning with Engulf and Immolation, you're going to get double tick heals with the Backdraft. And then we got Fireball Barrage, which is going to be the source of all the damage. I'm going to demonstrate this later on here. Alright, so that's a rotation there. I mean, that's a loadout, sorry. Let me show you guys the rotation. Alright, so I'll show later on how swapping that, what artifacts you're going to be swapping. Actually, maybe I can show that before I start this rotation here. So the artifacts you're going to be swapping, Dead King Scepter to do a lot of damage, which, you know, a lot of people do. And then you're going to be swapping the Pied Piper Flute, right? You're going to hit one move, hit the enemies, and then you're going to swap EUG and hit your supercharger when it's ready. Swapping EUG when it's ready. I'll show that later on, but let me demonstrate the rotation and the damage. This is the same loadout I used in the past, but a couple of things have changed because of what they did to the EUG. You know, you don't get so much supercharge if you're not using Quizlet. You have to have Quizlet. Alright guys, so let me show you guys the rotation here. Immolation, Sonic Cry, Flashpoint, Engulf, Backdraft, Sonic Cry, Flashpoint, Engulf, Backdraft. Do a couple of passes and show you guys here. Alright guys, so you guys got an idea there, the passes there. Your idea the average passes there, not too bad. So let me show you guys swapping the artifacts down real quick here. You're gonna swap here the Pied Piper, do one move, two couple of moves, then swap it back, UG, then hit the supercharge, and you got those rats to proc. Unfortunately, I get it to like do like a big proc, you know. But you got an idea there. See how much damage I just did here? 2 mil, 389k, 233. So you know you're gonna get most of your damage from using a fireball barrage. A lot of damage is gonna, you know, just by using that you can do a lot of damage. And let me show you guys a couple of instances that I did, and so you guys could check out how I am swapping artifacts and stuff here. So that's it for just swapping the Pied Piper and the EUG. Pied Piper and EUG, sorry, here. And the decking scepter, you know, well, everybody know about scepter now. That one is a given. So these two are the ones, those are the ones I want to really show to increase my damage. These are the ones that I'm using now to increase my damage. And these are the main ones I'm using just to keep my supercharge full so I could do a lot of damage here. You know, I have to use the Quizlet now. The rotation. Sorry, the artifacts change are the ones I used to use in the past. So with that being said, no more time to waste. Let's get right into it and let me show you guys, you know, what I'm doing and in some instances here. Alright guys, you guys enjoy.
For the first clip I'm demonstrating here is the Save the Universe, the Thermoscura divided alert regular here. So I'm showing some damage here. Damn, that was a lot of rats here. Nice. Pick up this guy here real quick. 2 went down from that reflection, 1 woman reflection. So Amazon and reflection there, just killed 2 people. We recovered from that. Teeny tank 420 for 14 DPS, you know, putting on some good damage too. So yeah guys, for those who message me and say fire can't do a lot of damage, you know, battle tanking was asking if you can still do a lot of damage. As you can see there, it still does a lot of damage here. 34.8 mil, you know. So this is another little clip here. The Therium regular raid. Oh, that's a lot of CC moves, man. I hate that purple shit. So yeah, as I was saying before, guys, for those who ask me a lot of questions, if I could still do a lot of damage without the EUG, since they, you know, kind of mess with the supercharges a little bit with the EUG. Yes, you can still do a lot of damage with fire battle tanking. You know, you just gotta use the Quizlet now. It's a must, you know, for the supercharge build if you want to do a lot of damage, since you do a lot of damage with the supercharge, and you can still do a lot of damage. And I will show you guys how much damage I do after this. The Pied Piper flute is a plus, you know, when you swap it. As I showed you guys earlier how to swap it until they fix it, you know, they have to fix it, you know, that's how it's working right now. And until they fix it, you could do a lot of damage here. I might have a future video until they fix it, how they're going to use a Pied Piper flute with the artifacts, you know, swapping artifacts. But for now, you could take advantage and use it like this and do a lot of damage, you know, especially when you use a fireball barrage. So basically, you're going to be getting fireball barrage to do a lot of damage, because that move also do a lot of damage. The EOG, Gemini gonna proc, and you get back your greens and supercharge. Also the Quizlet is gonna do some good damage, and using your superpower is going to give you back supercharge, so you will have enough supercharge to do a lot of damage. During the course of this long raid, I ran out of supercharge, so but after a while, it's not like how it was before. I would have supercharge right through the whole instance. This is a raid, and I had one time the group wipe because they wipe on steel, because people didn't block, and everybody died, so I ended up had to die too, because I don't want to finish it by myself because he had like about half life remaining or three-quarter life, something like that. Yeah, so it is what it is. And as you can see from the scoreboard here now, show you guys here real quick. Look how much damage I did. Unfortunately, wipe, but it's okay. But look how much damage I did as a fireball tank. You guys could see for yourself how much I'm doing. I'm using all my tank gear and stuff. I showed that in the beginning. So yeah, guys, if you guys find this video very helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends that play DCUO online, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I'll see you guys in my video. You guys take care.